Hi everyone, and welcome back to the Mr. Rich channel. Today, I'm taking you behind the scenes of my trading journey that's truly incredible. I'm starting with just $310, and I'm gonna show you how I manage this capital using my highly accurate compounding strategy that I've tested over and over in real market conditions. So many traders out there feel stuck, unsure where to start, or constantly blow their accounts because they overtrade and lack a solid system. Well, in this video, I want to share not just my trade entries, but also the reasons behind every decision I make. I'll walk you through, step by step, how I read trends, analyze indicator crossovers like moving average and MACD, and decide when to stop trading to avoid getting caught in a bad market. I'm explaining it all so you truly understand the process, not just blindly following signals without knowing why. So make sure you watch this video until the end, because every second is packed with valuable insights, especially for those of you who have a small starting balance but want to grow fast. Don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss my latest strategies that can help you grow your account consistently. All right, let's kick things off and start the journey from $310. Let's go. All right, I placed a sell on this market based on several strong technical reasons. First, we can clearly see that the red line, which previously acted as support, has now been broken by a full-bodied bearish candle. Now, you might ask, why not go for a buy? Shouldn't it bounce from support? Here's the thing. After touching the red line, a rejection candle did appear, but it wasn't followed by any strong bullish confirmation. Instead, we got another bearish candle, indicating that buyers failed to hold the level. Then, the next bearish candle closed below the red line, confirming that support has turned into resistance. Considering this structure, I saw a higher probability of the price continuing its downtrend. So, taking a sell here made the most sense. Let's see the result. Okay, profit. Let's open another market and look for the next big opportunity. All right, in this market, I decided to go for a sell, and here's why. First, I can clearly see that the overall trend is currently bearish. We can confirm this because all candles are consistently closing below the green line, which acts as the trend line. This means that although there might be minor pullbacks here and there, the dominant market momentum is still bearish. I also don't see any strong bullish candles signaling a potential reversal at this point. So, in my view, it's much safer to follow the trend rather than go against it. With this kind of setup, I believe the probability of the downtrend continuing is much higher. Let's check the result. Okay, profit. Let's open another market and look for the next trading opportunity. In this market, I decided to go for a buy, and technically, the signals are quite strong. First, there was a bullish crossover on the MACD indicator, which is usually an early sign of a potential upward reversal. On top of that, this signal is supported by multiple bullish candles closing above the green line, which I use as a trend guide. This setup shows that buyers are starting to take control of the market, and there's a good chance that the price will continue to rise. So I placed a buy position at this area. Let's see the result. Okay, profit. Let's open another market and look for the next opportunity. All right, in this market, I decided to go for a sell, and there are several strong technical reasons behind it. First, I noticed that the red line was successfully broken through. Previously, this red line acted as a support level, but once it's breached, it signals that bearish pressure is dominating the market. On top of that, right before the breakout, there was a bearish Marubozu candle that formed. A Marubozu candle, with its long body and little to no shadows, indicates strong momentum from sellers and often serves as a reliable sign that a downtrend is likely to continue. So, Combining the support breakout and the presence of a bearish Marubozu, I decided to take a sell position in this market. Let's see whether it ends up in profit. Okay, profit. Let's open another market and look for the next trading opportunity. Alright guys, in this market I decided to go for a buy, and the reason is pretty clear. Right now, I'm seeing that the trend is moving up very strongly, with price climbing steadily without any significant pullbacks. All the candles are green and moving consistently upward, which signals that buyers are clearly dominating the market. There's no sign of weakness or hesitation at all. In situations like this, I prefer to simply follow the trend, because in a strong trending market, the chance of making profit is much higher when you trade in the same direction as the price movement. Let's see how this plays out. Okay, profit. Let's open another market and look for the next big opportunity. Alright guys, I'm buying again in this market because my analysis remains the same as before. The market is still showing a strong uptrend with price movement dominated by green candles and no clear signals of a reversal or weakening momentum. As long as this trend continues, I prefer to simply follow the trend because the chances of making profit are much higher when trading in the same direction as the market. I've also checked other indicators, and everything still confirms the upward momentum. So in my view, going for a buy here is the safest and most logical move. Let's see how it goes. Attention! You need to understand, the strategy I've shown you in this video is not an ordinary method. This is part of my premium strategy, and I only teach it in full inside the VIP group. There are a lot of so-called profitable strategies out there, but this one has been personally tested and proven by me over the years. And it can reach up to 100% accuracy under certain market conditions. So if you're serious about learning and mastering this strategy the right way, the only way is to join my VIP group. Alright guys, I decided to go sell in this market because after closely observing it, the overall trend is still bearish. Admittedly, the downtrend isn't super strong right now, but there's still no clear sign of a reversal that would suggest an upward move. There are no big bullish candles managing to break above the moving average lines or create a significant higher high. Plus, the recent candles are still closing below the moving average lines, indicating that sellers are still in control, even if not too aggressively. I prefer to follow the trend, as it's generally safer than going against a trend that hasn't clearly shifted yet. So, even though the downtrend looks weak, I'm still going for a sell. Let's see if this trade is profitable. Okay, profit. Let's open another market and look for the next opportunity. Alright guys, I'm taking a sell position here because I noticed that the red line successfully rejected the price. As you can clearly see, when the price touched this red line area, a strong bearish candle appeared, indicating significant rejection from this resistance zone. This is a strong signal that sellers are starting to take control, especially since no bullish candles managed to break above the red line after the bounce. So I decided to go for a sell, following the rejection momentum from this resistance level. Let's see if this trade is profitable. Okay, profit. That's absolutely amazing. Let's open another market and look for the next opportunity. Alright guys, I'm selling again in this market because my reason is still the same as before. Right now, the price is approaching the red line, which serves as a strong resistance area. I noticed that the last candle closed still below the red line, which indicates that buyers don't have enough strength yet to break through this resistance. Usually, situations like this often trigger a price bounce downward, especially since the previous trend has shown a bearish tendency. So I decided to sell again, anticipating a possible drop from this resistance area. Let's see if this trade ends up profitable. Okay, profit. That's awesome. Let's open up another market and look for the next opportunity. Alright guys, I'm selling in this market because I've spotted a crossover on the moving average indicator. Specifically, the green line has crossed below the yellow line, which usually signals the start of a bearish trend reversal. Besides that, I also noticed the previous candles are showing seller domination, with strong red bodies. That makes me more confident to take a sell position, following the signal from the moving average crossover. Let's see if this trade turns out profitable. Okay, profit. Awesome. Let's open up another market and look for the next opportunity. Alright guys, I'm buying in this market because I've seen that the red line has been completely broken through by a strong Marubozu candle. For me, this breakout is a clear signal that the market trend might be shifting from either sideways or bearish into a new upward trend. What makes me even more confident is that after this breakout, there are no significant bearish candles rejecting the price. Instead, most of the candles that follow are either small or bullish, indicating that the sellers no longer have enough strength to push the price back below the red line. So the potential for a further upward move in this market is very high, and that's why I decided to take a buy position, riding the early stage of this bullish trend. Let's see if this trade turns out profitable. Okay, profit, amazing. Let's open another market and look for the next opportunity. So guys, I'm buying again in this market because I'm simply following the trend. The current trend is moving perfectly upward, because if we look closely, the candles here are clearly dominated by strong bullish moves. Almost every candle is closing higher, there's no significant selling pressure, and the upward pattern looks quite smooth without deep pullbacks. A setup like this makes me even more confident to stay with the market flow. When an uptrend is strong, I'd rather go with it than fight against it. It's always better to follow the trend to maximize profit opportunities. Let's see if this trade ends in profit. Okay, profit. Fantastic. Let's open the market again and look for the next big opportunity. Okay guys, after taking another look at the market today, I feel that conditions are no longer conducive at all. There's a lot of unpredictable price movement. Volatility is getting higher, and personally I'm starting to feel hesitant to keep trading. Rather than forcing new positions and risking losses, I'd rather stop for now and secure the profits I've made. And thankfully, my balance has now reached over $518,000. An incredible result, all thanks to this powerful compounding strategy. If you want to learn this strategy in depth, feel free to join my VIP group so you can see how I analyze the market and manage my risk. Also, don't forget to click subscribe, hit the like button, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss my next videos. Thanks a lot for watching, and see you in the next video.